Hello, and welcome to the Roll20 tutorial for Spunions, Part 1, Getting Started. Now you may be saying, Chris, what's a Spunion? I never heard of that. Well, simply put, a Spunion is someone who is spun. And you may say, well, Chris, that doesn't help me, because I don't know what spun means. Well, if you don't know what spun means, spun traditionally refers to someone who is an acid casualty. But I like to use a more expansive definition to include people who've had ego deaths, the naturally spacey, elderlies, and if you're like myself, former inhalant addicts. I just can't get enough of that gas. But I've gotten a little bit off topic, so let's learn some Roll20 fundamentals. So let's do a few basic things to get the ball rolling. First things first, we want to deny Roll20 everything and get their just like big box out of this bottom corner. Nobody needs that. It's obnoxious. So we click this little gear right here, My Settings, scroll down to Game Settings, and then go to player video/avatar size. We're going to change that from regular to names only. Yeah, much nicer. And we're not going to fuck with any of these other settings until we get to audio input source, which we are going to not change. My mistake. I quick retcon that. We actually go to I want to broadcast to others. Nothing. You get nothing, Roll20, and you like it. I want to receive from others. Nothing, Roll20. I use another service because yours is garbage. And that takes care of that. Think that's good. Think we're good here. So let's move right along to the journal, which is going to be very important if you're DMing a game. And if you've bought a campaign, Curse of Strahd, Rime of the Frost Maiden, some shit like that, it's going to be organized like this, more or less. This is a much dumbed down version, represents more of like a, bare bones railroad campaign. It's really just placeholder values, but you can see, there's going to be shit in all of these folders. You're going to press these little plus signs to open them, and you're going to press these little minus signs to close them. And some of these have some useful information. Some of them will have handouts that you can show your players when they come to that point in the campaign. This one has a little example handout, little green dragon of the adventure hook, and you just press this button right here to show to your potential players, and it will indicate that with a little blue dot right here. And we can just minimize that to get out of that shit. And yeah, moving right along, one you're going to use a lot are monsters, and another one is named NPCs. I have a very basic amount in here just to show you the ropes, and we'll get into that very quickly, just the fundamentals. So here we have Quest Giver Johnson, and like his namesake, he is our Quest Giver NPC. And let's say our players want to do some shit. Let's say they want to grapple Quest Giver Johnson and make him eat a dog turd. Quest Giver Johnson's going to try to do an athletics check, and you can access that by just clicking his name, and it'll usually show bio and info. You just go over to character sheet. You have all his information right here. What I like to do, if Quest Giver Johnson is following them around, I'll pop them up in a separate tab. That way, when they try to grapple him to eat a dog turd, every time I can just rip to this tab and make that meaty athletics check. And the players will be able. Oh, and he double crits. Goddamn, Quest Giver Johnson. Quest Giver Johnson is not eating shit today, and your players are able to see the fact that you rolled 2 20s. In a future video, I'll go over how to deny your players that information. But let's say you want to get some monsters in here. Let's say some bandits are going to make Quest Giver Johnson eat shit. It's literally as easy as clicking and holding. Not that time. Clicking and holding, not that time either. Okay, so you have to click and hold the actual bandit nameplate, and you're just gonna swarm Quest Giver Johnson with these bandits. To access the bandit character sheet, it's the same thing. You're gonna go to character sheet, and you're gonna have access to all of their shit. You're just gonna click this little McCoy, enlarge that shit, and now you can fight as a bandit. Whether you're just spamming scimitars or spamming light crossbows or dying, you're going to be able to do that. And each one of these handy dandy little tokens has an interactable thing. Let's see, Quest Giver Johnson rips this one for 7. You can deduct it as easily as that. That concludes this tutorial. We're going to go over a little bit more in depth in the next one.